我摘干了韩国线，我是韩国人，Ms.Shim Moungeseob. Okay, I just tried something in Chinese, you know. Okay, this is my first time to be invited as a speaker and as a moderator in my whole life. So that's why I'm very happy at the moment, and I'm very much privileged to be here, and I'm very taking this opportunity to introduce my lovely speakers from Thailand and Malaysia. Okay. Of course, firstly, my presentation will be delivered, and then the second speaker will be Mrs. Parsini Punpo, who is Director of the Presidential Office, College of Asian Studies in Thailand. Okay, and then the second speaker will be Mr. Jackie Binmo, who is the Director of the IT Division of SM Corporation. Okay, then can I start my presentation?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, this is the moment that I'm really looking for. Okay, I will start my presentation. As you said, this session is about gender and ICT and EVs. Of course, you may know that Korea is a recognized country who has developed very much and very rapidly in terms of the IT industries. Of course, you may know about the Korean national strategies or ICT policies to encourage people to develop their capacities with using ICT. But I think maybe you can get it easily if you just search for some documents through the website or something. So today, I would like to just focus on more just introducing you some status in Korea regarding women's development, of course regarding ICT development and the digital participation. And the thing is that I am from university, especially women's university. It's sometimes it seems like really weird, right? But anyway, since I'm working in the women's university and my research institute is belonging to women's university, so actually we are having many projects, especially for women's empowerment using ICT. So I'm going to just introduce step by step from the Korean status up to my projects within my institute. Okay. This is contents that I want to just show you this time from the national strategy and findings regarding ICT and gender in Korea. The second one is case study and successful story. But actually, it's not the successful story of the personal thing actually in Korea, but it's about my institute. Because I'm going to just let you know the reason later. Okay, the number 3 is the specific issues. I have my own project with an APEC, and actually it's a little bit far from the gender issue, but anyway, you may really interested there. Okay. Part 1. National Strategy and Findings on ICT and Gender in Korea. Okay, you can see that gender gap, nothing there. You see, categories included in overall rank and score, economic participation and opportunity, educational attainment, health and survival, political empowerment. You see that, of course, it's been, it has been made in 2009. Of course, now we are in 2010, but anyway, it's a very quite, recent, data. You see that the country, Iceland, it's a number ranking 1. And you see, Korea, it is, the ranking number 115. Actually, we cannot say that. That means that in Korea, still we have, many, necessary and requirements to develop, to make, the equal, between men and women still. So I wanted to show this status in Korea. Okay, this is the second gender gap in index. This is the gender gap in economic participation. Look at this. Country number 1, Mongolia, and number 113. Yes, Korea still, we are not at the top rank of it. But in terms of the internet usage, you can say that actually it is not not about only Korea, but the thing is that the red line, it's about the developed country. You see, and the purple line, it's like a developing country. Sorry, it's a world average. And the black line, it's about developing countries. You see that? As time goes by, actually the gap between the developed country and developing country, it's getting bigger in terms of internet usage. That means that the digital divide between developing countries and developed country, it's getting bigger also, right? Okay, look at this map. Beautiful, right? Yes. I just covered with the colors to make it easy to understand what's the globe look like, of course, and what's the color of the maps, of course, which indicates the internet usage. Look at that. The darker area, that means that they really use a lot of internet in living, right? So of course, Oceania, including New Zealand and Australia, and the North Americas, including Canada and USA, and then as you can see, at Europe, of course, they're using internet very frequently. And you see at the southern part of America, yes, the people are using, of course. And the Japan and Korea, of course, South Korea. Yeah, there are some people who ask me whether I am North Korean or South Korean, but do you think who I am? Of course, I am South Korean. Yes, even my mom's family, they are from North Korea, but anyway, I am still living in South Korea, so I'm definitely South Korean. Okay, so look at this thing. That means that there are some spaces, not spaces, but there are some undeveloped countries in terms of internet usage. So that means that we need to just make an effort to just bridge the digital divide between developed country and developing country, just in terms of an internet usage. It causes a lot of problems. Okay. Right now, I want to just talk about the ICT Development Index. Maybe you can easily understand it, but I just referred it from the ITU. ITU, which is one of the biggest organization, which has a long history in the world, about the telecommunication, of course, which is belonging to UN, right? So you can say that ICT infrastructure, if it meets somebody who using this, I mean ICT use, and then the people, they just get some capability from the ICT, that makes overall the outcomes, which means ICT impact. So according to this index and according to this system, we can figure out what kind of the ICT index, which country has what level of index has. Okay. Of course, this is how we calculate the ICT index, framework for ICT development index. You see, from the very upper